Hi fellow viewers, to everybody, good morning. My name is Steve. My full name is Steve Hoong. I'm the owner of this FB account in this respective website, youtube.com. Okay, this necrological video is I will be using English and Filipino, which is the official language, Tagalog. Now, what is this necrological video about? This is about I think you know who he is, known as the Philippine Centenarian Senate President. Who is he? I'm referring to Juan Ponce Enrile Sr. Yes, you heard it right. I'm referring to former Philippine Senate President who is a centenarian, Juan Ponce Enrile. Why did I say Juan Ponce Enrile? Because he died at age 101. Because if you are 100 years old, you are considered as centenarian. Okay. By the way, a lot of you are asking, Sir Steve, is it true that Juan Ponce Enrile and Chris Aquino have the same birthday? The answer is yes. Juan Ponce Enrile was born on February 14, 1924. While Chris Aquino, the daughter of former Philippine President Cory Aquino and Senator Benigno Ninoy Aquino Jr., was born on February 14, 1971. That's their youngest child. Bunso siya. Siya ang panglima. Okay? Tama ang hinala ninyo. Pareho sila February 14. Magkaibang taon lang. Kasi, just imagine, 47 years of difference. 47 years variance ang kanilang agwat. Okay? Pero ang topic ko is more on Juan Ponce Enrile. Okay? Juan Ponce Enrile was born on February 14, 1924 in Gonzaga, Cagayan. Then, he died on November 13, 2025 at his house in Makati City at 4:21 p.m. That is Thursday afternoon at the age of 101. His full name is Juan Valentin Furaganan Ponce Enrile Sr. because he has a son. Okay. By the way, during his death, the good news is he is survived by his wife, Cristina Castañer Garcia Enrile. Then he also survived two children, one son and one daughter, and that is Juan Ponce Enrile, Juan Castañer Ponce Enrile Jr., the one who is first district congressman of Cagayan from 1998 to 2007 and 2010 to 2013. And he has the only daughter, Cristina Ponce Enrile. Okay, two. He survived by two children. And of course, grandchildren and also great-grandchildren. Okay. Now, his father is Alfonso Ponce Enrile, the one you heard in the YouTube about the hospital. That is his father's name, Alfonso Ponce Enrile. His mother is Petra Furaganan. That's an Ilocano. Okay. By the way, Juan Ponce Enrile's nickname is fondly called Manong Johnny. It's an Ilocano term which means older brother, meaning eldest brother in our modern culture. He is the 26th Senate President of the Philippines from November 17, 2008 up to June 5, 2013. Then his last government position was under President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos or Ferdinand Marcos Jr. as a Chief Presidential Legal Counsel from June 30, 2022 up to November 13 until his death, November 13, 2025. Then in his political background, I will start from his educational background. He is an Ateneo alumni because he graduated in Ateneo de Manila, Associate in Arts, 1949. Then he graduated Bachelor of Laws in University of the Philippines. He is a cum laude. And he is a 1953 bar passer. You can check his bar record, 1953. And he ranks 11. And his grade is 91.72%. Okay. Then he also graduated in Harvard University, Master of Laws. Aside from that, he is specialized while he is studying Master of Laws in Harvard in Massachusetts, he is specialized training in international tax law. So kung graduate ka ng Harvard, pag uwi dito Pilipinas, automatic lawmaker ka kaagad. Gumagawa ng batas na matatag at matibay. Kaya yun ang kuan. Then he is don't forget, aside from Senate President, he is also a congressman that time. First District House of Representative in Cagayan Province, that is in Cagayan Valley Region, from June 30, 1992 up to June 30, 1995. Okay. By the way, the political party that he joined is Nacionalista Party. KBL means Kilusang Bagong Lipunan, under the leadership of President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. So he joined 1978 to 1987. Then during the time of former Philippine President Joseph Erap Estrada, PMP, Puwersa ng Masang Pilipino, from 2004 until his death, 2025. Then the one I mentioned is only political party. Pero kung tatanungin nyo ko, ano yung mga political background? Okay. As what I've said, he is the Senate President. He is a congressman. He is also Under Secretary of Finance during the time of President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. From January 1, 1966 up to December 17, 1968. Then he is the 36th Secretary of Justice, time rin ni President Marcos. From December 17, 1968 up to February 7, 1970. So, marami siyang nakuan. Then he is also the Professor of Law, Far Eastern University or FEU. 1 year lang siya, 1964 lang. Kasi yun na-proclaim na si President Ferdinand Marcos Sr., 1965, na-appoint siya kaagad ng kung ano ng government position. Then he is the 15th Minister of National Defense. From January 4, 1972 until November 23, 1986, ito time na ni former President Corazon Cory Aquino. Take note of that, okay? By the way, sa lahat nagtatanong sa akin, Sir Steve, since namatay na siya, wala pa yung announcement yung living, meron pa ba akong next necrological video tungkol sa kanya? The answer is yes. There will be another video, pero it will be super complete details. Yan ang lalabas na title. Super complete details of Philippine Senate President Juan Ponce Enrile. Yan ang lalabas. Ito, meron lang kayong idea kung sino yung mga nakuan. By the way, marami nagtatanong sa akin, ito bang si Juan Ponce Enrile at saka si former President Joseph Erap Estrada ay magkakilala? Yes. Kasi ang anak ni Joseph Estrada, itong senator ngayon, si Jinggoy Estrada, ay godson. Inaanak niya. Siya po yan. Jinggoy Estrada. Then yung naririnig nyo yung PDAP scam or pork barrel scam, okay. Tatlo sila involved. Pero all those accusations are cleared. Cleared na sila. Then, eto, tama-tama, before siya namatay, na-cleared pa siya. Pati yung secretary niya, si Attorney Gigi Reyes, absolto na po sila. Timing talaga, it was parang on the spot ba? What a coincidence, yung pagkamatay. So, yun. Then, yung time ni Corazon Aquino, yung sa coup d'etat, December 1, 1989, actually, involved siya. Sa totoo, hindi na-publish sa newspaper kasi walang basis. Actually, kakonsyaba sila ni yung dating colonel na si Gringo Honasan. Gregorio Gringo Honasan, yung Rebel Armed Forces Movement. Silang dalawa, coup d'etat, 1981. Kung di ako magkakamali, December 1, 1989. I was only grade 2 in Manila. When imbes na pupunta na ako sa school, nagtataka ko bakit ang daming jet fighter lumilipad tapos may mga tangke. Sabi ko parang something's wrong. So wala kaming class for 2 consecutive weeks sa Quezon City. Kaya hindi ko yung makakalimutan. Magkakilala sila. Then he is the one who has may papel siyang ginampanan sa EDSA 1. Siya po yung nag-back out kay former President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. Siya po. Kasi hindi na niya na masikmura na siya ay under pa ni President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. Then, nag-usap sila ni former etong sa Philippine Constabulary si Fidel Valdez Ramos. Magkakilala silang dalawa kasi nag-usap sila, nagtawag pa sila ng telepono. Paano, sasama ba tayo? Pupunta ba tayo sa EDSA? Magrarally ba tayo? Actually, it was the EDSA 1 People Power Revolution was peaceful. So there was no chaos talaga. Yan po ang the truth. Then, sumama si Colonel Gringo Honasan. So yun po ang totoo nangyari. Then, marami nagtatanong sa akin, kakilala ba sila ni Ernesto Maceda Sr., yung senator? Yes, magkakilala sila. Then, kilala niya rin yung House of Representative, yung House Speaker that time si Ramon Mitra. Kakilala niya yan. Then, kilala niya rin si Senator Chofisto Gingona. Kilala niya rin yan. Kaya hindi ako pwede magkamali itong mga records. Kasi yan, public documented po yan. Tapos yung basta marami nangyari. Yung 1986 People Power Revolution. Then na-witness niya talaga na siya ang first female president ng Philippines. Kasi sa all over Philippine history, there was no female president that time. Si Corazon Cory Aquino ang president that time. Then ang dami nangyari. Then kakilala niya rin yung dating Bureau of Immigration Commissioner si Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago. Nakakilala na sila yung during yung sa era of impeachment kasi that time tutol sila na i-open ang second envelope. Kaya nagkaroon ng EDSA 2 na parang patalsikin si ERAP that time. Marami involved. Then, ang Senate President that time, si Aquilino Pimentel that time. Then, I saw in my 2 eyes sa TV na he will resign as Senate President because majority voted, hindi i-open ang second envelope. Kasi kung na-open yan, mabubuking siya. Ang nagpa-start ng mess ay itong Ilocos Sur Governor Luis Chavit Singson. Kasi ipapatay na siya ni ERAP pero hindi natuloy kaya siya nag-testify sa House of Representative at Senate. Then kilala niya rin si Senator Rene Cayetano, papa ni Senator Alan Peter Cayetano at Senator Pia Cayetano. I have to mention this because that's part of Philippine history. The truth shall come out. Yun po talaga ang totoo. Okay, yung sa PDAP scam, sino yung 3 senator? Una is Senator Juan Ponce-Enrile. Then, Senator Jinggoy Estrada, yung inaanak niya. Tapos, nadamay si Senator Ramon Bong Revilla Jr., anak ni former Philippine Senator at Philippine male actor Ramon Revilla Sr. Yun po ang koan. Na-acquitted sila, na-clear because grabe ang koan talaga, batikos. Kasi, koan yan yung time na ni President Noynoy Benigno Simeon Noynoy Aquino III, time na nila yan na convicted sila that time. Then yung pag-upo na ni former Philippine President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, acquitted sila. Kaya siya nakapost ng temporary liberty bail ban na 1 million pesos. 1 million pesos. Cleared siya that time. Pero temporary Ito, 100% na clear na pagdating kay Bongbong Marcos. Okay, so ito lang muna for the meantime. Actually, marami pa akong gustong sabihin, pero huwag kayo mag-alala, my fellow viewers, meron pa akong i-mention sa super complete details. Ito, sobra pa 15 minutes, more than pa. Okay, so huwag kayo mag-alala. By the way, sa super complete details, kasama na yung living, kung saan siya ililibing, upon family's decision. Okay, then meron pa ako i-mention yung maraming persons involved that time. Marami siyang past Philippine presidents na naabutan niya when he was from his birth until his death. Okay, ito na-mention ko na to lahat. Anyway, it's just only intro. Tama kayo, it is just an introductory part. And before I say goodbye, I would like to inform to all subscribers and viewers, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell for my next necrological videos. Steve Hoong, your world's famous necrologist, is saying goodbye, and you can find my name in Google Chrome, Yahoo, AskJeeves.com, and other internet search engine websites. Majority kasi nasa Google Chrome, kaya walang problema. Ako yung nakita nyo sa video, yung rumble.com, yan yung mga selected necrological video, hindi totally. Kasi ang rumble.com is under Canadian firm. Pero kung galing YouTube, pwede siya, pero depende sa arrangement. Ako po yung nandun sa video. Okay. Then, by the way, sa mga gusto mag-financial sponsoring sa aking supposed to be itong website, sa obituary website, actually wala pa kaming na-finalize, pero ongoing pa rin siya, at saka lifetime investment po ito. It will be held in the Philippines, at saka ang kagandahan itong website na gagawin ko is all over the world. Kung sino yung namatay in the planet Earth on all 7 continents, from ang family name from A to Z, lalabas yan lahat. Then kung hindi sila nakakaintindi ng English language, meron yan foreign language, kumbaga Google Translation ang lalabas. Kung halimbawa they cannot understand English, they can proceed with other dialect. Kasi ito hindi lang Philippines ang ginagawa kong necrological video, worldwide. Kaya nga ako tinawag world's famous necrologist. Okay, that will be all for the meantime. Thank you so much for listening in this video. Good morning.